Hi everyone. Today we are going to be going over the rules for the computer lab. So this poster is shown in several places in the classroom and it tells my rules which spell out the words computer lab. So we're going to go through and practice those rules today to make sure that everybody knows what's expected. The first rule is to come to the lab with clean hands. We don't want to get sticky stuff or dirt on the computers, so we're going to make sure our hands are washed of those things, and we're going to get a squirt of hand sanitizer on our way in and also on our way out. And if at any time you need hand sanitizer while you're in the room, you can get that then. Our next rule is to operate equipment properly. That's big fancy words for use the stuff the way it's supposed to be used. Today, let's talk about using the chairs properly. So a note about these chairs, they are very heavy and they don't scooch very well. So if I pull it out and I pull it all the way to sit, I am too far away from the computer. I need to scooch it forward. If you are short, like you're in kindergarten and first grade, your feet aren't going to touch the floor. And the older kids, it's still really hard to scooch it. It doesn't move very well. So what we do instead is these chairs spin. They're not for the purpose of going around like a merry-go-round and going, wee! Please don't do that. Pull the chair out just as far as you need it, turn it, sit, and turn yourself back in. Then there's no scooching necessary. Now, if I put my hands to the computer right now, take a look at my wrists. They aren't straight. When we type, we need to have straight wrists so that you don't put pressure on that carpal nerve and pinch it, because that's very painful. If you're in kindergarten, first, second, third grade, you are going to need your seats all the way up to have straight wrists because you're not that tall. Some fourth graders and several fifth graders will need to lower their seats though to have straight wrists. To do that, we use this little lever right here. So I'm sitting in the chair and I pull it down a bit. A little bit more. There we go. So now my wrists are straight and I will not be putting pressure on that carpal nerve. Please remember that when we leave the class, you need to raise the seats so that the little kids have their seats up. To raise the seats, we stand up, we grab the lever and pull it up, and then the chair is back in position. At the end of class, we push our chairs in and stand behind our pushed-in chairs. Please don't play with these levers. Don't pump the chairs down unnecessarily. Only do it if you need to get yourself adjusted, and then leave it alone. Our third rule is to make sure you follow school policies and safety rules. Is our computer lab part of the school? Of course it is. So do we have to follow the school rules? Of course we do. So all the rules such as no running, keep hands, feet, and other objects to yourself, all of those rules apply. Our next rule is to pay attention and follow teachers' directions the first time. I have a little rhyme I use to help us remember this. I say, when do we obey? And your answer is right away. Let's try it. When do we obey? Right away. Yes, we want to follow those directions the first time. There's one of me, there are a lot of you. If I give a direction to the class, and then I have to say it again for this person, and this person, and this person, and this person, and this person, we're not going to get anything done, and we're not going to get to our fun stuff. So I need you to follow my directions the first time by making sure you're paying attention when I talk. Our next rule is to use the cups to get the teacher's attention. There is a set of cups sitting on top of all of the computers. When you are doing everything fine, you don't have any questions, it's going good, good is my green cup. But if you have a question, you'll take that cup and you'll flip it to yellow. You're not going to wave it around in the air. You're not going to bang it on the desk to get my attention. You're going to just leave it sitting on top of the computer where I can see it. And so when I look around the room, I'll know that I need to come to you and answer your question. Now again, there's one of me, there's lots of you. I'm not going to poof be instantly there. I will always come and answer your questions, but you might have to be patient. Maybe other kids had a question first. Oh, one more note about the cups. Don't set them on the computer. Here. Don't set them on the computer so that they're next to each other. I don't know what the color that one is supposed to be. Just leave them in a stack and then I'll know what to do. The next cup is the red cup. We don't use this cup very often, but sometimes the computers break. If your computer breaks, meaning the power goes out on it, or the mouse doesn't have that light at the bottom, it is off. If your computer is broken, you would need the red cup to signal to me that I have to come fix your computer. If I know a computer is not working before you come in, I'll leave the red cups on the keyboard as a signal to you that you'll have to use a different computer for that day. And our last cup is the blue cup. Sometimes when you finish, I need to know so I can either help you print or I can check you off on my list. Oftentimes when we're working through a lesson, I'll have you just wait until I go on to the next step. But if I need to know that you're finished, I will tell you to use the blue cup. All right, let's see if you remember all that. What cup is the question cup? Yellow. What cup is the done cup? Blue. What cup is the good cup? Green. And what cup is the computer emergency cup? Red. Yes. One more note about the red cup. It is for computer emergencies. All of these cups signal that I need to come to you and help you. But if you ever have a body emergency, don't use the cups. It might take me a while to get to you and then you could have an accident. I do not want you to bleed on my desks. I do not want you to throw up on my keyboards. I do not want you to pee on my chairs. If you are going to be sick or if bodily fluids are going to escape your body, please come to me, tell me so that I can get you the help you need right away and you will not have an accident in my room. The next rule is to talk quietly when permitted. Don't talk when the teacher is talking. During work time, you will be allowed to whisper to your neighbors. That's fine. But as soon as I give a direction, you got to zip those lips and pay attention so that you're following the teacher's directions the first time. E is eat, drink, and chew gum outside the lab. We cannot have any of those things near the computers where they can damage the electronics. R is to remember to ask before printing and put papers in cubbies. Your Chromebooks don't print, but my computers do. If you have a school project, I will allow you to print it and I will give you permission to do so. You can't just print whatever you want though. You can only print school things because we have to save the paper and ink and not waste it. The next direction is to log off and leave your workstation ready for the next person. When we log off, we sign out of the computers. On the Chromebooks, you just have to close it. But on my computers, you have to follow the sign out procedures. You would first close any of your programs, which I'm not going to do right now because that'll cut out this video. But I will show you the 3 steps that you do after you close your program. You come down here to the Start menu. It looks like Windows because we use the Windows operating system here. Next, you would go to this little person, the profile. See how it looks like a head and shoulders? A lot of kids think that you go to power, but we are not turning the computers off. I have too many classes that need to use them. Instead, we go to the profile, the little person. And finally, you'll click Sign Out. It has a door with an arrow leaving out. Don't switch user because that leaves you logged in and it can sometimes mess up your account to be logged in multiple places. Make sure you sign out. So let me review that one more time. Those 3 steps to sign out after you've closed everything are Start menu, little person, sign out. I'm not going to click it. Obviously, that would end this video. A is always treat everyone with respect. I don't like to yell. I don't yell very often because I don't think it's respectful. The only times I will yell is if the class has stopped showing respect to me and is breaking my rules. At that point, I might have to go above a stern speech and actually yell. And it doesn't happen very often, maybe once a month. And I have a lot of classes that I teach. So as long as you guys are showing respect to me, I will continue to show respect to you and we'll have a wonderful class. And finally, our last rule is be ready to learn something new when you come to the lab. You can play games and watch videos on your own time. You know how to do that. I'm going to teach you new cool things you can do on the computer. We'll have focuses on typing, where we learn the letters, we learn proper conventions of spaces and punctuation. We'll do computer programming through code.org and in the upper grades through Scratch. We'll do internet safety. We'll do digital design, where we work on our visual literacy skills. So many cool projects and computer apps that we're going to use, and we're really going to have a great time. Thank you for watching these rules. I can't wait to see you in class where we'll learn some more exciting things. Bye.